Hi, I'm Sherry. I am going to make this image resized for adding to a website. And this is in Photoshop. And I will go ahead and up here in the corner at the top, under File, if you click that, it'll bring up this menu under Export. And go over to here, Save for Web. And I click that. It's going to bring this up. First of all, I am going to note here, there's a number of options. I'm going to go ahead and bring this to, let's say 60. Yeah, we'll just leave it at 60. Now, I can actually bring this down. I can just watch as I do to see if I'm losing image quality. If my image was larger and I wanted to play around with the settings, I could bring it down even as low as 40 if I wanted to. I actually, in this case, why don't we go to 50? And I don't normally go below 40, and 40 is kind of pushing it, so. But as you see these two images, you don't see any visible loss of quality at this point. We're down to 14 seconds upload, which is a nice size by 56.6 kilobytes. So the original was 1.98 megabytes. So this is a nice reduction in file size already. Which will make it load faster and everything. Now, like I say, I compare the two images. I'm still good with how this image quality is. So, I think it's just a little deeper there. I'm going to see what the difference is if I go to 60. If I notice anything. Little bit, just a little bit. And since I like to stay under 20, I'll go up to around 30 if I really think it's important for the image that I want to get. If I'm trying to get a large image, like for a background or something, I try to not go much over 30 on the number of seconds it would take. This is 90 kilobytes now. It'd be nice if it was a little smaller. And in this case, I don't really think I'm gaining much to go with it, so I think I'm going to go back down to 50. It's really, really minor, any changes I'm seeing in it, and I'm bringing it down to 73 here by doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. 720 is the width right now. I'm going to leave it at that, but I'm actually going to show, just for the demonstration purposes here, what would happen if, as long as this link is not broken, if you click on it, it breaks, in which case if I wanted to change the sizes, I could do it without them changing each other. But if I leave it linked, I click on that so it's still a link, which is the default, so you shouldn't need to do anything to have it linked. If it's linked, if you adjust one side, like if I want to make it smaller, because I'm not going to be putting it in a large area at all. In fact, say I'm using it in a small area, I could maybe make it to a size that's not going to be any bigger than I need, and it will make it an even smaller image. Look how much smaller, 5 seconds, and 21.19 kilobytes instead. But this right here is this is what this means, the 5 seconds. It's gauged by, like, that's for a modem. You aren't going to have people are actually going to be up in here. They're going to be uploading or downloading in a faster size than that. But that is not. This is just a way to gauge it, and this is a way to tell what the new size is. But I'm going to put this back because I do want to keep it a little bigger for the area I'm putting it in. So I'm going to put it back to 720, and then I'll click in the middle here, and it'll bring it back up to the size. So this is what I want to save. We're down to a good file size. We reduced it quite a bit from the file size over here. And I'm going to click Save. And then it's going to ask me for where I want to save it to. In my case right now, I'm going to, for SEO purposes, I'm actually going to give it a name that would be appropriate to the page that it's going to be on, which is tables, or I'm going to say tabletop. I'm going to call it tabletop 3. Actually, I'm going to put an underscore in between there. No, let's put a dash. Tabletop 3. And so this way, for SEO, if it happens to be something that will pick it up at all, it's actually appropriate to the content of the picture rather than a string of numbers, and you'll be able to visually identify it a little bit more by the title too. So I'm going to save it to my desktop, is actually just where I'm going to leave it for right now. And that should be all